Hey guys, welcome back to the Meg and Maddie Show. We are so happy to be back again with you guys. We are going to be settling the height debate right now for Meg.
Right now. We're in the same shoes.
And same outfit.
And the same outfit. Okay.
We are actually Cosmo and Wanda today.
Yeah, we like it. You're not even in camera. We have to go behind the chairs.
Well, I think that just proves my point some more.
Well, you're still tall, but like only 3 inches.
I think that's more than 3 inches. Colby, what do you think?
I got like 4 inches on.
Dude, I'm 5'6". I'm 5'6". I'll plead my case. I'll beat the dead horse over and over again.
Yeah, the thing with Meg is you will show her the complete reasoning to prove her wrong, and she still won't change her mind.
I'm always right. I've never been wrong in my life.
Well, Colby, verdict says 4 or 5 inches I'm taller. So anyway,
4, not 5, maybe.
We've been in house for a couple of hours now. I mean, we always are every morning. However, we've also only went to bed a few hours ago as well. 4-hour and 7-minute rain delay yesterday. Games normally start 6 p.m. First pitch was about 10:18 p.m.
And the game finished at 1:14 a.m. We had some interviews to get, some editing to get done. Me and Maddie rested our head at like 3:20.
I closed my eyes and then I woke up.
Yeah, we got up at 8 a.m. this morning and now we're here.
8 a.m. every day here at Let It Fly by 9. Committed to the grind.
Committed to it. So, crazy enough, yesterday there was another record break in the Men's College World Series. It was the first time there's ever been 3 walk-offs in a row. There has been 1,092 games ever played in the College World Series, and that is the first time there have been 3 walk-offs in a row.
The College World Series, like, every year that I come back, I'm like, oh, it can't be as good as the last. Like, how do you outdo that? There are still always records to be broken, and I don't know how.
It's insane. Mitchell Daly came in with Kentucky to hit that walk-off, and it was their first ever win in Omaha.
Yeah, their fan base yesterday was so awesome, so kind, passionate. Those boys are just out there having fun. It is so cool to see. Like, they're just living the dream, but they're also having a good time doing it.
Yeah,
so
very good time.
Yeah. What else is there?
I mean, our guest, Danny Wallace.
Yeah. So we have Danny Wallace. He's the #1 prospect recruit in high school baseball out of Nebraska, 55 ranked nationally, and he's going to be with us here today.
We'll catch you soon.
Hey guys, today we're joined by Danny Wallace, the #1 baseball player in the state of Nebraska. He's ranked 55 nationally, and we're so happy you're here today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we had Coach Hale on yesterday. He was talking so good about you. He hyped you up, so I think you have high expectations for today. But he said that you carry yourself just different, and that's why you've gotten all the success you have. You just get it. You're always the first one there, last one to leave. Who taught you to be like that, or how did you develop like those skills?
Definitely something my parents like put in me early was that it's important to be humble, do things that like the right way, and especially Coach Hale, he always enforces that. So it was something that I learned at a young age, and also he kept helping me, building me up in that.
Gotcha. He also shared that in the middle of your recruitment, so he's committed to Oklahoma State. When did you commit?
About the beginning of August last year.
August.
Yeah.
So you're coming up on your 1-year anniversary. The rules changed midway through. So you were getting recruited, talking to all these coaches, and then boom, you had to stop and then wait for August 1st. What was that like? Were you scared?
I was a little nervous because it made the summer last year really, really big and important that I had to go out and ball out if I wanted to go or I wanted to go. And once it started and I started playing a little pretty well, it's like it's not that important. I just have to keep doing like what I do, and it's not all about the success. It's just having fun. When I'm having fun, that's when I'm playing my best.
Perfect. What was it about Oklahoma State that stood out to you?
Really, I went down for a camp like 2 years ago almost, and as soon as I stepped on campus, I was like, this is where I want to go.
Oh.
Especially with the coaching staff, like they're amazing. I can't say enough about them. And then the facilities as well. I can't name 3 better in college baseball. And the campus is beautiful. It's like everything about it I just fell in love with.
Good. That's awesome.
What other schools were you interested in or you got looks from?
I don't really know if I'm supposed to say, honestly. But
That's
there
totally
was
fine.
August 1st was like the first day, and the week before there was a really big tournament I played in, and that was like the best baseball I've ever played in my life. So there was a couple schools that I was interested in, but nothing really stood out like Oklahoma State.
How do you drown out the noise during all of that and not let numbers and rankings after you have a weekend like that affect your like game or your ego and whatnot?
It's nothing, like the numbers aren't really important to me. Like I said earlier, I just like to go out and play baseball. Like it's not the numbers, the rankings, I don't really care. I just want to have fun and play.
As it should be.
We have been talking about how there's really like no utilities in baseball anymore. Like it's just not really like the strong suit. You normally have one position or like maybe two. Like in high school, you'll play like two positions, but in college, you get stuck at one unless someone gets hurt, you know, this, that, and the other. You're hitting good. You're going to play where they put you. But you're a true utility. You pitch, you hit, and you play outfield. How do you think that's helped you in the recruiting process in general?
I feel like it gives me more options for coaches to look at when one thing's not going well, maybe the other is. So I feel like that really helps me stand out.
And I was looking at your perfect game. We actually had the national director of Perfect Game, Kevin, on our first ever episode, and he was talking about all the stats, so I had to look. And it said you were throwing 92. Is that just like an all-time max, or is that pretty consistent?
That was last summer. I was around 90, and then in the last couple of weeks, I jumped up to 92, and then this past week, I just hit 93 for the first time. So
Put it there.
still trying to get like a 94, 95 this year, but
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
There's tournaments
Plenty of
left.
time left in the year. So
What pitches do you throw?
I like to say I throw a lot, but it's mainly just a four-seam fastball and a slider. But I do throw a changeup and a curveball, and then like a sinker. And I try and mix in a splitter, but they don't really let me because I can't throw for a strike.
Make him swing. Make him nervous. Make him nervous.
they'll never know what's coming. So
You're playing summer ball for Nebraska prospects. Have you played with them this entire time?
Ever since my freshman year.
Freshman year?
Yes.
Is that when they start? Like the age groups start
Yeah,
there?
I think they just started jumping into the youth aid groups, but I started my freshman fall.
Where'd you play at before?
I played for Millard Elite. It's an organization in Omaha, and I feel like half the kids I played with then are still on my team now.
Yeah.
So you've known a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
Growing up. Is this your last travel season then?
Yes, it is.
What are you going to miss most with those teammates?
Hotels for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely going like messing around with my teammates in the hotels, walking around, having fun.
Do you have anything specific you mean by messing around at the hotels?
Walmarts. Haven't been to enough.
You just walk, get on your Apple Maps and see which one's closest.
Do you guys ride the bikes in there?
We have before.
Does Coach ever get mad at you guys for doing this?
I don't know if he knows, but he never lets us.
He's going to now. So.
He never lets us go to the pool or swim.
Um,
So we've gotten in trouble for that before.
yeah. I've been
Drains the
there.
energy.
Yeah.
Drains
Been
the
there with the
energy.
hot tubs. You think it's helping
Oh,
you,
yeah.
and it's not. So.
What are you looking forward to most for your senior year, just in general?
Probably. I think we're going to be really good this high school season, and I really want to end on a state championship. So that's something I'm really looking forward to, especially with the guys I grew up with, Papio South.
How close were you? How far did you get in your high school season this year?
We lost in the first round of districts. Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
How many of your high school teammates are your travel teammates?
There's, I believe only one or two.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's not that many. Gotcha. What is a non-baseball related thing that you're looking forward to for senior year?
Don't really have much. Probably the football games and the basketball games.
Okay.
Like a bunch of my friends used to play basketball, or they play basketball. I used to play basketball, so I really enjoy watching them.
Gotcha.
Do you like the dances, the high school dances, like prom, any of that?
Homecoming.
Hate them. I've actually never been to a homecoming. And I went to prom for about 20 minutes and then left.
See, ours doesn't let you leave during prom.
No. And then we have after prom.
Yeah, well, our after prom's like at someone's house.
Oh no, our after prom's at our school.
But we don't have homecoming. Our homecoming's on a Wednesday night in the cafeteria, and every grade has a theme. and it's like pretty much a mosh pit.
See, that's insane.
foul.
We have a football game, and then the dance
Yeah.
is the next
Well, I
game.
mean, the football game's that week.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, that's weird. Like, football game, we have no school that Friday. So it's all parades, homecoming court. All the clubs are literally in a parade around my teeny tiny city that I'm from in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's some small town
And then-
Wisconsin right there.
And then we have the football game, and court is announced.
Do you guys throw candy at the
halftime.
parades?
Yeah. Dude, I was on homecoming court. I was in there throwing my candy.
Yeah, that's doing too much.
It was fun. I didn't win.
That
Sadly.
happens. Do you think you might be on the homecoming
I
court?
hope not.
Then you're gonna have to go.
I just hope not.
Okay, back to the baseball. Who is a baseball idol you have, or someone that you look up to, model your game after?
Definitely Mike Trout. He's one of the best of all time.
Yep.
And then a little bit of Mookie Betts because he normally an outfielder, but he's moved to the infield. And I wish I was doing that, but stuck in the outfield.
What is your favorite baseball memory?
Oof. My 14U baseball state championship was my best because, I mean, I played with the kids since I was 9 years old. And finally, I mean, we won it a couple times when we were younger, but the 2 years before we didn't. And to finally finish out on one with my youth baseball career was awesome.
Do you have any pregame rituals or superstitions?
Not really. I'm not really the most superstitious person, but I take a couple short rounds of BP. If a couple, I usually just take one if I feel good, and that's it.
Keep it loose. What's your favorite baseball movie?
Sandlot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect answer. Best movie of all time.
I agree.
Okay. A CWS visitor comes up to you. What should we do in our free time? What restaurant should we go to that is not the zoo?
Oof. I don't know. I actually don't
What's
know.
your favorite restaurant in Omaha?
Chick-fil-A.
That doesn't count. We need like a local restaurant.
I don't have any. I don't know. Runza.
Oh, yeah, that's
that's
okay.
fair. That's
I'll
fair.
let you have that.
What do you get from Runza?
Chicken strips.
Chicken strips?
I love my chicken strips.
Okay, so I call them like
chicken finger
meat
guy.
sacks. Like the actual like Runza things. What are they called?
What?
Like it's like the meat is stuffed in the bread. Like that's what Runza's like known for. You know?
Runzas.
Those are called Runzas. Because
I think so.
everyone's
thought
like,
so.
what are you eating? I'm like a meat sack. Like I don't know what
A
else.
meat sack?
Yeah, because it's literally like the meat is stuffed
Who is
in the
asking you what
bread.
you're eating and you're saying a meat sack? How many times has that happened to you in your
Well,
life
it's
where you
like-
said meat sack?
Like someone, I'm talking to someone who's not from here, and I'm like, I got Runza, and they're like, what's that? And I tell them, I'm like, oh, it's like a meat sack, and they have really good ranch.
I think I've only gotten like cheeseburgers from there. I'm not from here, and I haven't lived here long, so I think I only get cheeseburgers there. I was under the impression that it was more so like a Portillo's like kind of sandwich.
No, it's like a close. Like I don't know how they get the meat in there type beef.
I think I'm gonna have to get one. This
Should we
week
get some tonight?
before I go back home?
We can come back together and talk about it tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Do you know what I'm talking about though? Have you
Yeah.
ever had one?
I've had like a bite of one, but I'm really picky, so I haven't really.
You're a picky
tried it.
eater.
Yeah,
That makes
very.
sense why you like chicken fingers. So
Yeah.
much.
What do you eat? Like what's like if you had to pick 4 things to eat for the rest of your life? Can you even pick 4?
Maybe. Like chicken, steaks, like burgers. I don't know, 4th.
How do you like your like burgers cooked and steak cooked?
Medium.
Medium?
Yeah.
What
No.
type of foods that are normal that you don't like?
There's a lot. If you can name some, I could probably just like.
Ranch?
I don't like it.
What?
I don't like sauce at all.
Any of them?
No.
Not even ketchup.
No.
What about on a hot
I
dog?
mean, I don't mind ketchup, but I usually see everything.
Mustard?
plain. Hate it.
That's got to be so dry.
It's good.
What about on a salad?
I don't even like salad.
Do you not like anything green? Like anything that's not brown? Is
I'll
this
have
good?
like lettuce on my like tacos or something.
I was gonna say like no tomato, onion, pickle.
No, hate pickles with passion.
You need to get out there.
You should just grab some food from the kitchen downstairs and just have you up here and try it until you like it. We'll have you eat like 5 of everything.
It's crazy though, like all of the food he's mentioned you can find at the ballpark, so I'm sure he's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So
How many CWSs have you been to?
I try to get to like a game every single year. I don't know if there's a year that I haven't been to one game.
What are you gonna go today? What are you thinking?
Probably not today, but I'm hoping to go sometime.
So we've been at every single game. The Tennessee Florida State game, I think that's maybe one of the most fun games I've ever been to, ever, in baseball. It was insane. Did you watch that at all?
Yep, I watched it on my flight.
Oh my gosh, a cycle. First of all, someone hit a cycle. You do not see that in person ever. And it was just back and forth, a lot of runs. It was such a cool game. And both of them did not have the best day defensively. So it was just a long ball.
Yeah, that's my type of game. I like to play a lot of offense.
Who are you picking to win the College World Series? It can be
I
like
think
a
I gotta
fan
go with
favorite.
Tennessee.
You think so?
Got
They're-
Bargo on there, yeah.
Is he one of your buddies?
I've talked to him a couple times, not much, but
Okay.
he's from Omaha. I played with Hale, so
Yeah.
I've heard all the stories about him.
Yeah, it's gonna be such a good one. It sucks because those are like my two favorites.
Yeah.
That I'm like, this could be like a championship level type of game. With like, especially with their fan bases, like they're the two that are going crazy with the Jello shots right now. Like, it's gonna suck when one of them has to go home because those are fun fan bases.
For sure. So this kind of goes back to our food thing. Favorite ballpark snack? Do you just go and get a hot dog?
Yeah, I do.
Plain hot
Or
dog.
pretzel.
Pretzel? That cheese?
No.
Salt?
Yeah, salt.
How
Or-
do you
or
eat
cinnamon.
that without any like dipping sauce?
I don't know. I just never have.
It has to hurt.
Yeah, I need like a Diet Coke at least to like wash it down.
He's like, I've been fine, guys,
Yeah.
my entire life.
Stop worrying about me. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
We're wishing you the best of luck. Danny Wallace.
Thank
And
you.
Would you like to give a shout out to your dad for Father's Day?
Yes.
Happy Father's Day. know you're going to be watching. You're looking forward to it.
Aw.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. All right, we have Christian Moore in the house, better known as Simo. We just want to talk about yesterday's game. Obviously, it was a record game for you and for CWS. He hit a cycle. If you don't know, a cycle is a triple, a double, a single, and a home run. And his home run was the fourth longest home run to ever be hit at that ballpark. What was it? 440?
440, yeah.
440. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The whole day, I guess, leading up to the day, just like a normal, pregame routine. I don't know if I had the best BP to start that day off. But once I got going, I felt pretty good. And we knew we had to face a really good pitcher. So I think I was just, hyper-focused on that. And we were losing early in that game. So I think there was just a lot going on. And, yeah, I guess I hit for the cycle. And it's pretty cool. I guess now looking back at it, I had a little more time to reflect and think about it. And it's definitely a surreal moment. And to be in this, position is, I just got to thank God for it, honestly.
We saw the video of when you found out you just hit for a cycle. What was running through your mind when they told you? I know you said now it feels surreal, but what were you thinking in that moment?
Well, at first I didn't believe him. And then I had to think about it, and I was like I did hit for the cycle. And then I feel like I had to lock back in real quick because we were still losing, and I think it was the 6th or 7th inning, so still had 3 innings left to go. So I don't know. I didn't really try to think about it then. I knew I was going to get up again, hopefully with a different situation, runners on base, something like that to help us win. So just trying to focus on that.
There's another clip on social media of you circling around, yelling, let's fight back to your dugout. And then you talked about it a little bit in the press conference. Can you talk about that moment of, again, locking in?
Yeah, I mean, it was 2 outs. I had 2 strikes. I tried to take a shot, with a big swing, and I missed it. And now I knew, it was going to be a battle between me and him, and I didn't want to get out. I didn't want to be that last out. So turned around to my dugout and said, let's fight. I'm in the box, so I was just giving him a little bit of reinsurance. And, yeah, I got the job done.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now that we're going to go into the next game tomorrow, what are you guys focusing on, locking in on for tomorrow's game?
Well, first thing is hopefully we don't get to a situation where they can walk us off because they have been red hot in that situation. I don't know how many they've had leading up to this point, but I just don't want to be put in that situation. But obviously, they're a really good ball club. Obviously, they have a lot of stars. Their center fielder is really good. So try to contain him and see what really happens. Hopefully, we can jump on him early.
What changes are y'all making defensively so that pitching doesn't happen, the errors that were going on don't happen again?
I mean, really just, just trying to get settled in. Different ballpark than what we play at back home. So just trying to understand that and, whether the field's good or not, we're still D1 athletes, so we should be able to field our position. So I just think, just locking back in and just trying to, slow the game down. I think yesterday there was just a lot of emotion, sped up. You're in Omaha, night game, FSU. There's a lot of hype behind the game, and I just feel like, we were just moving a little too fast out there and didn't really communicate much. So today or tomorrow, hopefully we can communicate and just do a better job.
In our notes we put for our little game preview for today is that all nerves are good nerves, or not all good nerves are good nerves, but there are good nerves and bad nerves, and you guys had the good nerves that game.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, so now that you have the first game nerves out of the way and you're more contained, how are you going to stay loose?
Yeah, definitely. I think, just like you just said, having that first game out the way definitely helps us. But, understanding that, it's fun, man. Like, you're in a College World Series. Like, there's a lot of kids, little kids, guys even in college that wish that they can be here playing. So just understand that and, just go out there and have fun. This is the last, couple games we'll have with each other. So just want to have fun and just be with the guys, honestly.
Off of that, and that you were hot last game, everyone was hot, things are flying off the bat. How do you keep that going so you don't fall right back into a rut?
Right, I think just staying in our routine. Every hitter's different. We all have different routines that we do to get prepared for a game. So staying in your routine, staying in your swing, and just trusting the guy behind you. I think if you do those three things, I think, we should be fine.
Yeah. This is your second World Series. What would you tell people to go do around Omaha during this time?
Honestly, just soak it all in, walk around. I walked down that way, I think, the other day. There was like a bunch of bison. I don't even know.
Oh, the statues.
Yeah, there were a bunch of statues of bison. So that was pretty cool. I was walking around looking at that. But yeah, just walk around, soak it all in. I've never been really over here. Last year, I guess, but before that, never been over here. So I just wanted to see what it was like. Bunch of good food spots. Kind of on this main strip right here. So I don't know, just walk around and see what you run into.
What's been your favorite part so far?
My favorite part?
Yeah.
Like on or off the field?
Both.
Because on the field, obviously, hit a walk off. So that was pretty cool. Off, we had to do a thing with this high school yesterday, like a little lunch with a high school. So that was pretty cool. We got to see all the fans and family, and kind of got a little time to breathe and relax, just to get away from downtown a little bit. So that was pretty cool.
We had Danny Wallace today. He's the number one, or our guest before you was Danny Wallace. He is the number one baseball recruit in Nebraska, 55 overall. And we were talking about your game, and he says that, watching you guys, he's going to go to college in 2 years. He graduates. He's a 2025.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, it's so fun being here because you just get to see what all these players grew up doing, firsthand in his own city. Right. So to come back like Dalton, right. They play in the same organization, or did, has just been so surreal. If you were from Omaha, do you think you would have gone to every single CWS game growing up?
I think I would have. I was talking to Dalton about this. I was like, were you one of these kids out here walking around and doing all this stuff? And he was like, yeah, I was. And I was like, I probably would have did the same thing, because it's the best of the best. You get to be 2 feet from one of the best players in college baseball, whoever that is, when I was a kid. So I think I definitely would have been here, and I probably would have been annoying. I'm sorry to whoever was older. I would have asked for your autograph 50 times. And
you would have been the guy at the top of the dugout. Simo, autograph.
That would have been me,
Insert
100%.
clip of him saying that with him then signing all of those autographs. If you could give a piece of advice to those kids, what would you say?
Just stay the course. Obviously, right now you're young, so the game's a little different. But just have fun. Just work hard, stay humble, and one day you can, never know. You'll be playing here and kind of on your home turf if you're from here. But just stay the course, man. It's this game is a long journey. You're gonna go through so many, ups and downs. But just really try to cherish the ups and just try to forget about the downs as much as you can.
We're excited to watch you tomorrow. We're rooting for you. Guess that's it.
Yeah, surprise guest appearance from our favorite, Christian
Thank you,
Moore.
guys.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Danny Wallace. We're rooting for you, and we can't wait to see what you do with your senior season and at Oklahoma State. We're rooting for you.
Yes, he was awesome. Thanks so much for having him on. Now to the baseball today. We have our first do or die game. A team is going home today between Virginia and Florida State. Both, I think, are kicking themselves after how their first games ended. Obviously, I know you can't do much about a walk-off, but the whole game, you have to play well defensively. You have to hit well. They have those little errors they need to fix.
both of these teams were not good defensively. They did not play how they normally did. Florida State just like fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
You watched them go and they couldn't pick it up on their first try. They were trying to pick it up with their glove, which is a no-no. Same with Virginia with some overthrows that happened. You just can't do that in close games like that. Virginia lost 3-2 to North Carolina with a walk-off from Vance Honeycutt. And Florida State lost to Tennessee 12-11. And Tennessee hit the walk-off 2 in a row. The first 2 walk-offs.
Yeah.
But like I said, Florida State just needs to be better defensively.
Yeah. And then to the 2 teams that knocked them out, I mean, we have a championship level type of game today between Tennessee and North Carolina. 2 huge fan bases, 2 of probably the most fans like around right now. They're killing the Rocco's Jello shots. There's people everywhere. I'm going to be really sad when one of these teams go home, so I'm glad that it's only like their first loss for one of them and they're going to be around for a few more days because they're both just so deserving.
They are. I mean, and they're, like you said, fun schools to have around. They bring big crowds.
Yeah.
From a statistical perspective, North Carolina ranks 31st in the country in batting average at a 304, while Tennessee ranks 16th with 312. The Volunteers, on the other hand, have hit 62 more home runs than North Carolina. This season, defensively, Tennessee holds an edge as their staff has a season ERA of a 3.95, which ranks 6th in the country, while the Tar Heels rank 14th with a 4.19 ERA. It's crazy. I mean, you look at them, this is my pick for a championship game. Mm-hmm. I really hope they meet up again and they can be the series final because they just prove themselves over and over and over again to be top teams.
My thing is, are we going to have a 4-hour game between these 2? The 2 have gone back and forth with their last at-bats, the last inning, over and over and over. Tennessee has now won, or North Carolina, that was its 3rd or 4th in a row game last at-bat in the postseason or whatnot. But my also other thing is Tennessee just came off so hot because of the hits of Florida State not doing well defensively. A kid hit a cycle. Christian Moore, like one of their best players, if not their best. Can they all stay hot? Vance Honeycutt from North Carolina, everyone knew he was going to be their guy if it needed to be that way. Are all of them going to be able just to continue to step up to the plate like that? Are people's bats still going to be hot? Or like, are we going to have a crazy unsung hero that no one's expecting?
You know, I think like nerves, they had good nerves. I mean, everyone has nerves, good or bad, but they had good nerves going into that last game and now they're settled. I think after playing in that big crowd, they probably have not played in a stadium that full this entire season. And I think those first game nerves gave them an edge, and I hope they have them again.
It's going to be a really good one. I'm excited. But so that's the recap of the Meg and Maddie Show for today.
We'll see you later. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.